Okay, so like a lot of content creators out there, I have pretty much adopted these little pocket cams, like this little Extra Muse, the Osmo 3, the Osmo Pocket 4. These action cams and being able to use my phone has just become just basically a critical part of making content because it's so fast. The quality now has gotten so good. It feels like something you can slip in your pocket and have with you everywhere you need to go. But one of the problems I find is because I use these so much is a lot of times I want to set these things away from me and I'm finding myself limited in where I can put it and what I can do. And that's where this little thing today is definitely worth looking at because this is the KraftGeek variety tripod. I want to talk about how you can merge this and whatever your pocket camera or phone or whatever your content creation small portable device is, and how these two can come together and give you a really, really powerful combo that can really, really help your life when you're out there shooting. Oh, hey, and if you want to do me a favor, go ahead and check out, I have a link down below, go check out a movie I wrote and directed called American Deadbolt. And if you want to support independent filmmakers, please, please, please do me a favor. It will be so helpful if you went, I'll have a link down below to go to americandeadbolt.com and go ahead and rent or purchase my movie. It would directly go to support independent film and keeping artists like me out there actually working in today's world. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my little pocket three-way and just focus here on this KraftGeek variety tripod. Now, the first thing you gotta understand about this that makes it so useful is that this is actually 3 platforms all built into one little 11-inch unit here. It is essentially a selfie stick. You can pull it out, telescopes out. You got a nice selfie stick, but it actually has legs here. So if I sit there and push this little button here at the bottom, you will see I can pop out these legs and look at that. It goes from a selfie stick to a tabletop tripod, and because it has that telescoping rod, I should say, I can bring it up and now it can become a full-size monopod or tripod type solution. So if I need to do tabletop, if I'm out somewhere and want to do a standing shot, or if I just want to do a walk and talk, this thing gives me that ability to do it all in one platform. Now, this little stick has some really cool innovations built in it, basically from the top all the way down here. Now, if you look here at the top, you can actually see as I'm kind of rotating around, this thing has a nice little smooth fluid ball head. And what that does, it's gonna give you a full, 360-degree pan, and it's got a tilt here, so you can actually tilt up to 110 degrees for a tilt. So essentially, any kind of environment you find yourself in, you're gonna probably be able to get this thing dialed in exactly the angle you need to get the shot that you want. Also on the top, you can see it has kind of like this little silicone pad, and that's there to sort of help dampen the sound, but it also has another thing because it adds extra friction. So whenever you do put your phone or smartphone or your action cam on there, it gives it a little more layer of protection just to keep it up and going. Now you can tell this head is really designed for mobile content creators because it's got this really cool little 1/4-inch screw, which you're gonna want. But what I love, it's not just a screw, it's actually got a tightening mechanism right here at the top. So as you can see now, once I do that, I can easily get my action cam any way that I want, and then I'm good to go and rock and roll. And this little 360 head does have a pretty good load capacity. It has about a 4.4-pound load capacity. That's gonna cover just about anything you want. It makes it pretty much universal for like smartphones, action cams, any of these pocket Osmos, or even smaller compact cameras if you have something like that. Now, if you're someone that has basically the phone is what you use, that's your main content creation, the cool thing is this actually does come with a pretty nice little phone holder right here. Now, it does have a 1/4-inch bottom, so look, you can sit there once again, use that nice little 1/4-inch jack. And what's cool about this, it's got a cold shoe on the top, so you can easily put something like a light if you want to put a light up there on your phone. But what I like about this is I'm gonna go ahead and just put my phone in here just so you can kind of see what this looks like. I'm like, this is a full-size iPhone, so it's a Pro, so you can see it's pretty big. But as you can see, I can easily get that in there. But what I like about this is I can bring it up, and then if I wanna go in a portrait, I can go in a portrait mode like this as well. So I get both a portrait and a full 90-degree rotation. However, if you are a phone or tablet user and like to shoot with it, they actually make a thing called the FlexyMount device. This thing is pretty darn cool too. Now, you can get this as an add-on option, and as you can see, it comes with this like GoPro style mount. And what I love, it's got a 1/4-inch on the top and a 1/4-inch on the bottom. And if you look at the actual FlexyMount device itself, it's got a 1/4-inch on the bottom, and it's got one here on the back of it. And this thing, just like the other one, has a cold shoe holder as well. But what I found really interesting about this thing is absolutely huge. There's 2 buttons on the back, and if I open them up, man, check this out. This thing goes and expands big enough that now I can easily get a tablet. Okay, and so now as you can see, I have this FlexyMount on there, and I have I have an iPad here with a case. But check this out. I can sit there now and I can pop this on there, and look at this. That is actually big enough to hold both my iPad and a case around it, and it does it with really no problem. What I really like about this is I can take this on a set with a client in a commercial setting and actually put a teleprompter amp here on my iPad, and it's gonna basically let me be able to go and do it. And it's all in one super sleek footprint. It's not taking up a lot of space. Now, another really practical component of this head, I think, is the fact that it comes with 2 cold shoe mounts on either side. And what's really, really nice about that, that means that now I can take things like I can add a light on here, or let's say I wanna have a microphone and I can put a microphone on there. I'll put this the same way just so it makes sense. And now you can sit there, and with this 360 pan, I can sit there now and I can take this and let's say maybe I want to put this around this way. And now, boom, I've got a filmmaking studio right here, all in one selfie stick, and it's really nice. Got a mic, got a light, got a phone, or I can put my action cam, whatever I want. It's all here in one spot. Now, as we come down the body, you can see this thing breaks down to a very, very compact 11-inch size. So this is really easy. I can easily slip this in my back pocket and take it with me when I'm going, but it expands and telescopes out all the way up to 62.5 inches. That's over 5 feet of height that you can get from this telescoping tripod. And this flexibility is really the key to what makes this thing so useful, because this literally lets you go from a full-size tripod to a tabletop tripod to a selfie stick in just a couple of seconds. And let's talk about the feet. If we're gonna get down there, we're gonna go and get to the bottom of this little tripod. Now, as you can see, one thing I do appreciate about the design of this is the fact that the feet compact in, but when they're compacted in, they just make a really natural, comfortable handle. I mean, you can sit there, and this doesn't even feel like compacted feet. This just feels like an actual comfortable handheld selfie stick. But there's a button here at the bottom. If you push that button, you'll see the feet pop out, and now that's how long it takes to get the feet out, and you can put that down, and now I've turned this into a tabletop tripod. And what's also nice about it is, if let's say you basically have gone and you want to extend this into a full tripod, you may be worried about the amount of size you have on these feet because there's not enough surface area. But these things actually extend out to give you an extra wide base that allows you to more comfortably feel safe when your stuff is up high and you have that extra base. And then when you want to go, you can just basically pop them back in and you're good to go. And you can contract the whole thing down and be ready to rock and roll. This is really the key, I think, when you have any kind of a device like this. I just don't want to think about it. I want it to go fast, and this really gets me away with it. But there is one other little cool feature about this that I feel like you should mention, and that is if you look at the base here, there is actually a magnetic remote control that comes built and embedded here into the tripod itself. Now, what's nice about this is a Bluetooth little device. You can charge it via USB-C right here. But when I cut this on, I can now go ahead and I can actually activate my phone or my tablet or whatever I have, if it's a Bluetooth device, from up to 33 feet away. And so what's really nice is I can go and I can set this up. Let's say I'm out somewhere in a park and I want to film myself talking to my action cam. I can set that up. I don't have to run over there and do it. I can just click record myself, click stop, and I know I've got it. And when it's done, I just sat there and put it back right in. And that magnet is really solid. It will not fall out. You really got to give it a little bit of push and then pop it back in. So I loved having that remote. But all in all, this is just a really, really powerful little tool. And in my opinion, because I am someone that uses these little Osmos so much, I feel like this completely allows me to use this in such a more practical fashion. I can slip it in my back pocket. And what I love is I can go out there and just have a talk out in the street and be good to go. But anyway, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. So go ahead and leave me any notes and comments down below. And yeah, go out there, keep on shooting. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.